Hi. Good morning. I changed my setup. I am not in my room anymore. So I'm in the living room. These people are still working outside. So I am on a high floor. So that they're working out there, but they're not drilling. They're not drilling. So I'm like, oh, I can make a video. So I'm gonna go into the Mercury Retrograde, Mercury 2022, and I found a article. It's a guide to surviving the second Mercury retrograde of 2022 because Mercury goes in retrograde 4 times in this year of 2022. So, and then I'm gonna just go straight into the article because I went into the article 20 minutes 20 minutes yesterday. I'm gonna try so hard not to go past 20 minutes, but I start rambling, so here we go. Right, a guide to surviving the second Mercury retrograde of 2022 by Isha Kulkarni. She wrote this May 10th 2022 at 4:36 in the afternoon. Mercury, the planet of communication, is going retrograde for the second time this year, May 10th to June 3rd, 2022. From an astrological point of view, whenever a planet goes retrograde, consider it the universe's way of nudging people into slowing down in areas of life that the planet rules. Okay, so it's like slow down because I'm in the city, everybody's rushing, everybody's going fast, everybody's trying to get somewhere, but they're rushing. Everybody's rushing here. So it's like slow down, take your time. The upcoming Mercury retrograde transit. The upcoming Mercury retrograde transit will be full swing in the signs of Gemini and Taurus, with communication, technology, and travel plans predisposed to failing during this time. It would be wise to know what to expect and prepare yourself for what might ensue. So Mercury is the planet of communication. Anything to do with communication, that's calling, that's texting, that's emails, that's any kind of communication that you may have with a person that is Mercury retrograde. It could be texting, it could be one of the social medias and you're chatting and you're messaging back and forth. That is a form of communication. So you just have to pay extra attention that you're not doing something wrong. Sometimes you can send a message, the message will not go through, it will not send, and you think you sent it and it never sent. That happens. So 2022 will not just see 2 but 4 Mercury retrogrades throughout the year, inviting even more cosmic shifts, changes, and erratic happenings in the upcoming months. However, contrary to popular belief, retrogrades can offer you the opportunity to de-stress, chill, and reflect on your life. It is not just pessimism in store for you at this time, as you can use this retrograde to press reset and reorient your life for the better during this planetary shift. So it gives you time to reflect on things. Slow down. You gotta slow down and think. Press reset to your life, reset to everything that's going on in your life. So what is Mercury retrograde? Mercury going retrograde is seeming to move backwards. It's optical illusion. So optical is your eyes. Illusion is it's not real. It's like it can look like it's moving backwards, but it's not really moving backwards. I'll explain that. The planet is not actually going in reverse. It is simply slowing down. Normally, Mercury's motion around the sun is faster than the Earth. While the Earth takes 365 days to complete a trip around the sun, Mercury only requires 88 days to do the same thing. This gives rise to the optical illusion of it moving backwards from west to east instead of east to west. So, and then Earth takes 365. That's why it's a year. The seasons change and everything because Earth takes 365 days to move around the sun. So, and then Mercury does it in 8 days. So it is different. Okay. So this outline celestial phenomenon tends to have repercussions down here on Earth as well. According to astrologers, the domains which Mercury usually rules seemingly disrupted when the planet slows down or appears to dance backwards. So now they're stopped. Look, but they're gonna move again. So can you see this? But I'm gonna get this video done because this is the third time I've been trying to do this video, and I stopped because they keep drilling or noise or something. So they're gonna go up and down, and the noise is there. So I do apologize. Look, he's right there. You see him? Oh my God. But whatever. I'm gonna get this video done. So what to expect during Mercury retrograde? This particular Mercury retrograde might be a bit rocky, given that it's occurring right in the middle of an eclipse season. So there is an actual eclipse that's going to happen. The eclipse is going to happen on the 16th, May 16th. So when that happens, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to find more information about it because right now everyone's talking about Mercury retrograde. But we do have an eclipse coming up because when you look it up, the moon is like red or pink. I'm gonna talk about it when we get closer to it. But I'm gonna get through this article. Well, where was I? What to expect during Mercury retrograde? Oh, we're going through the eclipse season. Brace yourself for minor mishaps, long delays in receiving pertinent information or important paperwork related to your career. If you are all set to travel during this time, you may experience problems like losing money, being billed twice, or damaging your digital devices. An unwanted old friend or foe, or even an ex-partner could resurface for a bit, giving rise to tensions and arguments. They always say that these exes always want to come back. They want to act like nice, like nothing is wrong. Like, don't nobody want to talk to an ex. If they are ex for a reason. Don't come over here. You must prepare yourself for disturbances in travel, communication, news, and related areas of life. So it's like, just prepare yourself to deal with the mess. You deal with the mess. Exes coming back. Disturbances, things that's gonna upset you, that is gonna bother you because Mercury is in retrograde, so things can get lost. Information's not there. The retrograde may even invite false gossip. That's people talking about you, telling lies. Like, it's just lies, and then all these people talking all this mess. You can have a breakdown, a meltdown, miscommunications, things, people not understanding each other, like during work, technology fails, and missed flights and delays when it comes to travels. So it's like, you just have to just be mindful because this is going to happen. People are going to sit there, they're going to talk about you, they're going to talk bad about you. Miscommunications at work, like you're just going to not understand each other, you're not going to be on the same page. It can happen. It's not saying that it will happen. It's saying that it can happen. So be mindful of it because it can happen. You can get upset. You can break down and you can cry and you can feel so bad because these people talking bad about you. You having misunderstandings, miscommunications at work, but it is okay. You will get past it. You will get past it. The first phase of Mercury retrograde, which is in Gemini from May 10th to the 22nd of May, is positive. It's positive period as compared to the second phase in Taurus. Since Mercury enjoys being in Gemini, as per astrologers, during the first 12 days, it is advisable to take care of your mental well-being. Meditate, practice yoga to calm yourself, gain clarity, and avoid being overwhelmed. This period shall offer you the chance to adjust your life as you undergo difficult yet profound changes. With a major vibe shift on May 22nd, that's when it changes. 12 days after May 10th is May 22nd. That's when Mercury enters Taurus, a sign which alludes to the qualities of stubbornness, diplomacy, and indulgence. Contrary to Gemini, since Mercury does not particularly like being in the sign of Taurus due to their conflicting natures. You may feel inclined to go against Mercury's flow and relax and slow down even more. Oh my God. You might feel like something is physically weighing you down and making you feel extra lethargic. That's like slow, like you're just thinking, or you're really, really pensive and you're distracted. Make sure you're not procrastinating your pending tasks to detriment. During this phase of the retrograde, manage your time properly and avoid allowing leisure to turn into laziness. Like, okay. So how do we cope with this astrological shift? Taking a note from Mercury's slowdown, this is a good time to realign yourself to your center, reflect and relax in your personal life. Avoid doing things which overwhelm you and take time to focus on what really matters. Since accidents, mishaps, and misunderstandings tend to happen more frequently during Mercury retrograde, you must be careful and take your time while commuting as well as communicating. Commuting is travel, like the train, the bus, the cars. Take your time. Don't rush trying to get to a location. Just take your time. You're gonna get there. Just take your time. You don't want to hurt yourself. Instances of emails and text messages not being delivered, failing may occur in this phase. So it's like double check your work emails, and all things related to technology. Editing is essential, and less is definitely more in this scenario. It is advisable to take a deep breath and ruminate over what you will be adding to a conversation instead of blindly jumping in. This shall keep miscommunications at bay. So that is, people could be talking and having a conversation. Don't jump in the conversation. Like, let them talk. And you think about what are you going to say, because you don't want to sound stupid. You want to hear what's going on and you want to give input, but you want to give in a good input. You don't want to do too much. So you just slow down and see how things are going. What are people saying? What are they really talking about? You see how it is first before you just jump in there. Take your time, slow down, pay attention. Text messages, emails, phone calls, all these things could get ruined. Messages might not be sent, emails might not be sent. A lot of stuff can happen. You just have to be mindful that this can happen because Mercury is in retrograde. Mercury is the planet of communication. So everything in reference to communication is gonna get messed up. You can break your phone, like you could have technical difficulties, and you just have to calm down and slow down. So this is the last point. How can we avoid failure during Mercury retrograde? Avoid failure, oh my God. Mercury retrograde might be tough, but it's surely not unbearable. If you arm yourself with the right mental tools, you will glide through the entire period with minimal hiccups. To do this, avoid rushing through projects or tasks and do not overlook the details. Do not speed while driving to work, and be extra careful when traveling. Make sure you are carrying your passports and relevant documents, and charge your electronics fully. It is advisable to move at a slower pace and not miss important details. So slow down. Make sure you have all of your documents, your passports, the tickets. You want to make sure you have all of your information with you. You don't want to go somewhere and then you don't have what you need. They can't find you. Just make sure you're on top of your own things. Nobody's gonna care. You have to care about your own things and make sure it is correct. Make good use of this time to transform and heal old wounds, relationships, and friends. Let go of past hard feelings and release the harbored negative energies. In case you're having disagreements with the people around you, try and place yourself in their shoes before jumping to conclusions and starting a fight. Practice patience consistently as retrograde encourages you to revise, reassess, and refocus. So it's slow down. Don't try to argue with people around this time. Let go of negative past hard feelings, release the harbored negative energies. It's to the point where I just want to be at peace. I just want peace of mind. If it's not making me money, if it's not making me better, I do not want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's just how I feel. But last but not least, do not be afraid of the retrograde. The celestial shift exits to show you the right direction and other different perspectives and clarity in your life. You will not be affected by this event if you take it in stride and think of it as a time for acquiring a deeper level of consciousness and an improved understanding of yourself, others, and new situations. So retrograde is going to be a time to reflect. You'll be able to reflect on your life, on things, on everything, and it's just slow down. Slow down your messages, when you're texting, when you're writing, when you're calling people. You don't want to be angry. You don't want to say things that you don't mean because you having all these feelings. Just keep your feelings in your pocket and just pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to the text messages, emails, phone calls, all the stuff. Double check your things. Make sure that you are scheduled, that you're scheduled to be there. You have things going on at a certain day, a time. Make sure, confirm it. Don't just pop up and when you go and you show your information and your information's not there, you are gonna be upset. So just make sure that everything is in order. Like, just double check just for yourself. Try not to be upset during this time, May 10th through June 2nd, June 3rd, because that's when all forms of communications can go haywire. So just pay attention, slow down, and try not to get upset with things, with life, and reflect on yourself. And Mercury retrograde won't be so bad for you. So thanks for listening. Thanks for clicking on the video. I'm going to put the links in the description box. And I will have the timestamps in the comments because I post the video first and then I go through it to get the timestamps. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And it's less than 20 minutes. Always leave with love. Bye.